What's going on, people? How y'all doing today? Hope that y'all doing fine. So, today I want to talk about Coming to America 2. Have y'all saw it? What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What were your expectations? There was a lot of conversation going on about it. And me, myself, personally, I always love Coming to America. It's a classic. Even before part two was out, we used to just watch it when it would come on TV. And it's a classic. It's one of them films that people were scared to bother. But they did it. And it is out. And people are talking. I'm going to give you my opinion on what I thought about it and how I approached it. But it's a lot of people that didn't like it. It's a lot of people that didn't like it, man. But the way I approached it was like, I'm not going to hold it to number one. Because I know any movie that you watch, you could never compare it to the first one. You could never do it. It's very few movies that is just as good as the original. And I mean, this movie was hard to top. It was hard. And would I say they topped it? I'm gonna say no. But I didn't approach the movie to the standard of holding it to the standard that it was gonna be as good as the first one. Because I already knew. So I approached it to like, I'm just gonna keep an open mind. I'm gonna see what the movie be about. I'm gonna see how they do. And that's how I approached it. And I'm glad I approached it that way because you had to have a different mind about it. And if you haven't watched Coming to America 2, don't watch this video because I don't really want to give away any spoilers, and I might end up doing it. Not on purpose, but I just might end up doing it. But what I saw was like Eddie Murphy in his bag. That's what Eddie Murphy do. He bring a lot of black actors and actresses together. Like you go back to Eddie Murphy movies, that's what he do. And he back in that bag. Even with Dolomite, he came back with all those actors and actresses. You know what I mean? Think about all of his movies. Think about Life. Think about Harlem Nights. You know what I'm saying? Think about those movies that he did, and he put all of these black actors and actresses together. So that was one thing that I really seen, and I already knew. Like, I appreciate that about Eddie Murphy and everybody else who was involved. But the storyline of Coming to America, it had some holes in it. Part two, it had some holes in it, and I do feel like certain parts of it moved a little bit too fast. Like, excuse me, when I forget the son name, but when he was at the palace and he was like, "Why am I here?" He was having doubts. Now, if anybody know anything about the 12 steps of the hero's journey, that part of the process, it kind of moved too fast. But overall, I kept an open mind. One thing I do like about it was like just the behind the scenes stuff that you didn't see. Like, it's shot at Tyler Perry Studios. That's a big thing. You get what I'm saying? That's historic for the culture. That's historic for the history of the film. You get what I mean? But overall, the movie wasn't bad. You just had to look at it. We're in a different time now, so it's gonna have plenty of nostalgia, but it's not gonna have that same effect as the first one because we're in a politically correct environment and time. So you really can't say a lot of things that you want to say because they're gonna blast you out of the water. Even though they said some stuff, but you could not pull off the same stuff that you pulled off in part one. You can't even compare. Some of the stuff that they did in the first movie, it can't even exist in this space and time because how we are in the climate, how we are with everything going on in Hollywood. And they would have got dragged. They'd have got dragged big time. But it was a post that I saw line, and I wanted to touch on that. It's kind of long, so bear with me. And it was just one guy. I did take it off his post, so I don't remember his name, but he was like, this is the coming to America they wanted you to see. He said they wanted Akeem to knowingly walk away from his son. They wanted Lisa and Mary fighting instead of being friends. They wanted Lavelle selling dope instead of game tickets. That's the son named Lavelle. They wanted another light-skinned person to the rescue. They wanted Mika chasing a man instead of chasing her purpose. She trained her whole life to be a queen, not some man's queen. And that was true. That was Eddie Murphy's daughter in the movie, Mika. And I liked her. I liked her a lot. They also said they wanted you to see Akeem having it all together and having it all figured out. They wanted Lisa's Thoughton sister still running around causing chaos. She wasn't in the movie. I didn't see Lisa's sister in the movie. They wanted Lavelle to reject the king. Lavelle at least sleeps with Bop up to Izzy because she's sexy. Well, that's Tiana Taylor's character in the movie. And he was supposed to get with her because Wesley Snipes was her brother, I believe. And they was kind of putting pressure on Lavelle to kind of marry her for the king's sake. But he didn't. They wanted a king to kill General Izzy because it's impossible to make peace with an enemy. He said that's the coming to America that you wanted to see. They wanted you to see. And then he went on with this post. He said, it says, some of you need to say what you mean. It wasn't ratchet enough for you. You might have missed the quality of the movie because you missed the fact that you were watching a story of emotionally grounded people. Some of you watch only wanting to laugh, not think, not consider, not understand, or grow. So if you didn't slap your knee laughing, you wrote the movie off as trash because you have no further dimension. I commend Eddie Murphy for not reducing the brand of his franchise to fit the ratchet and ridiculous representation of blacks we see in media today. Job well done. This depiction of black excellence served my soul well. You don't have to give it 2 thumbs up just because it's black produced, but don't give it 2 thumbs down just because it's black produced either. In life, it's never the fact that you dislike something or someone. It's how you dislike that reveals your character. That's a deep statement, you know. I didn't go that deep with it, but when I saw that post, I thought it was interesting because I heard a lot of people say it was trash this, trash that. I mean, I do understand. Like, you don't have to like a movie just because it ain't ratchet, you know, or you don't have to like a movie just because it's black produced. But look at the work that went into it, you know, look at the people who worked in it, look at the whole scope of the movie. You get what I'm saying? So I understand this post, and I don't really think that people reacted to it a lot, but I saw it and I thought it was kind of interesting. And I'm gonna say it was some holes in the movie, but would I say it's trash? No, I wouldn't go that far. Would I say that it was introduced to a whole new audience? I would say yes, because my daughter watched it, my 9-year-old, but she already seen Coming to America, the original. So it's plenty of people who haven't saw the movie. And if you didn't see the original Coming to America, you could look at part 2 and it's gonna fill you in. And that's one part that I did like about it, because they kind of took you back. But, you know, I think the storyline was a little dark of how it was up now. I think the storyline was a little bit dark of what happened to Eddie Murphy and how things happened. But, you know, it's a lot of stuff we could have said that they should have did or could have did. But I ain't going to be here to bash it, because I know it's a lot of movies that I saw that didn't have us in it, and it wasn't good movies. It was just a bunch of cussing and fussing and sex and drugs. So I ain't gonna be too critical of it. And I just want to say Eddie Murphy did a good job of putting a lot of black actors in. And you know who else was good with that? Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. He depicted us as kings and stuff too. If you go back to Remember the Time, matter of fact, Eddie Murphy was in that. And that's a conversation for a whole nother time. But yeah, I just like it. You know, they gave us another, well, it's another Zamunda because this was before Wakanda. But anyway, I watched the movie. I watched it twice. I'll watch it again. The first time I watched it, we had a watch party. The second time I watched it, it was to try to get a different perspective from the movie because it was so much hype going around the movie. You know, I wanted to get all my biases and stuff out, and I wanted to watch the movie. You know, so will I watch it again? I probably would. You know, I'll watch it again just because it's something fresh. It's something new. So I ain't going to be too critical. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Coming to America 2. Drop your comments in the comment section. Peace.